Hi, thank you.
Well, it is my great privilege to introduce the star of the show tonight, which I'm sure she would not refer to herself as the star, but she has been a light that's brightened many lives, mine included, both professionally and personally. She studied with the late Roy London, who coached names like Brad Pitt, Michelle Pfeiffer, Gina Davis, and Sharon Stone, just to mention a few. She's a screenwriter and a director. She's written and produced one short film and directed another, and written it also. She's been in the business for 27 years, and she's been coaching for 13. You know, word on the street with the actors is you don't want to audition after a T-Bell student because the bar has been set way too high. She's the best. She's the greatest in my book. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you the one and only Teresa Bell.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. This is just a really great turnout, and excited to see everyone. We have a really great show today. We have 6 scenes, 12 actors, and just some of you know, some of you don't. The voting process, I don't pick the actors, believe it or not. I leave it up to their classmates to select you know, who they think is the most talented, the most consistent, the most dedicated. And then in addition to that, I try to select actor, you know, once I have a good idea as to who's going to be in the showcase, and it comes down to this one or this one. I look to who does not have an agent. I look to who hasn't been in a showcase before, and so I'm really excited tonight. There are only 3 actors who have been in showcases before, that the other 9 have not, so that's really exciting. And then one of the other things that I try to do, you know, throughout the year, I try to have like a certain theme for the showcase. And we've had love, we've had gratitude, we talk about different things. And this year I thought, oh, let's do one about breaking the rules and having a payoff. And that was actually, it was inspired by, I watched a biography on David Geffen. And for those of you who don't know, David Geffen, he's the G in DreamWorks SKG. And he's a billionaire in LA. And there's this great story, I don't know if you all have heard it. When he graduated from high school, he decided he didn't want to go to college. He knew he just had to be in LA. So the next day he moved to LA, and he thought, well, gosh, I really, you know, people told me I should be an agent or a manager. I don't even know what that is, but I hear this William Morris agency. So he goes there, he lies on his job application. And then he hears about one of the other guys who lied on their application. They got fired. So he thought, oh man, this isn't good. I need to get into the mailroom early every day to find that letter from UCLA or wherever and change it. And that's what he did. And so he never got discovered, and the rest is history, as I say. So I thought, well, this is great. I can tell this really titillating story about something I've done recently where I've broken the rules and it paid off. And I had nothing. And the closest I got was like running the toll, you know, the toll booths where you don't get. And that wasn't even a big win because they still sent me a bill. And so then I called and I just, you know, do the whole thing. I'm really old and I couldn't see, and you know, I got maybe half off it, but that was just not really. So I really wish I had more to share with you in that regard. And I thought I had been playing it way too safe, and I'm just going to change it ASAP because I think that there really is a lot. There's something about courage. That you know, when you do break the rules and you have this moment of courage, and that it just knocks down the doors of the impossible. And you know, anyone in this business knows that a lot of what we do seems kind of impossible until we do it. So anyway, I did break a couple little rules tonight. Yeah. When I'm making, you know, determining who's going to be in the showcase, I really endeavor to have an equal amount of male and female actors. The majority of my actors are male, not by a lot, but they are. However, we only have 3 here tonight, so the other 9 are women. And I was as fair as, yeah, I was like, yeah, damn they were. And then the other little rule that I broke, I also try to have an equal amount of comedies and dramas, and I broke that one. We got 5 comedies, 1 drama. And then another little rule, I try to not repeat scenes that we've done in the past, and I broke that one. So it's actually the second scene is from the Power and the Glory, and we did that, I think, in the second showcase. And people just really loved it, said that, oh, what the hell, we're going to do it again. It's a fun scene. So that's my rule breaking, rebel that I am. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to introduce the first scene. It features Camille McEwen, who, I love this woman. If this really is a meritocratic business, and I'm still not, I don't know that it is, but if it is, she's got an Academy Award waiting for her somewhere, because she's just one of the hardest working people. She's talented, she's beautiful, she's just amazing. She actually just booked a lead in a feature called Nola's Circus, which will be shooting in Louisiana in May. She's represented by Melissa McQueen at Kim Dawson Agency. The rule that she has broken recently is that she has a tendency to control things, and she's kind of giving that up. And it's helped her to stop freaking out so much and has improved her patience. Her scene partner is the just adorable Calvin Peters. Calvin, he's newer to the studio. This is his first showcase, and I neglected to mention this is Camille's third. This is Calvin's first. In addition to being just an amazing actor, he's also a really talented singer, and he was a finalist on American Idol. And he was also one of the most, he was on the Dr. Oz show. He was one of the 25 most eligible doctors in America, because he's a doctor too, so if anyone gets sick, you're covered. But try not to get sick tonight. He's done some commercials, AT&T U-verse. He did a First Commerce Credit Union of Florida High Five Pizza, and he's worked on the web series Loaded with Adam and Bennett Litwin. And he is represented by John Kolonowski at Calidus, and they are going to be doing a scene from the 40-Year-Old Virgin. But there's going to, this is kind of weird, we actually have a set change in the scene. So after the lights go down the first time, hold your applause, because we have to do a little set change, and then the lights will come up again. So I'm just kind of warning you on that. You're going to think, oh, that was like the shortest, worst scene I've ever seen. But it's not really like that. Okay, so without further ado, Camille McEwen and Calvin Peters doing 40-Year-Old Virgin by Judd Apatow and Steve Carell.